Well, first tonight, if your business or part of it could be transported somewhere where it could get the same output for at least 30% lower cost, would you think seriously about moving? Well, it's quietly happening with New Zealand as thousands of jobs are offshored and shipped across the Tasman. Companies from airlines to media and banks are being welcomed with open arms. Inya Bjornsson reports.
The phones are ringing hot at Telnet, an Auckland-based call centre that is actively touting for Australian business.
Essentially, we talk the same language as Australians. In fact, half of the Kiwis live in Australia today, and we're 35% cheaper on labour costs than Australians right now when you take labour and currency into account.
Telnet has so far lured 4 Australian companies in a wide range of industries, from media to cosmetics and aviation, to join its ranks. ASX-listed QuickFlix is an online movie streaming company that is looking to New Zealand for growth.
Thank you for calling QuickFlix. You're speaking with Leanne. How can I help?
With an unemployment rate at an 18-year high of nearly 8%, Wellington is welcoming Aussie businesses with open arms. While secretive about its Australian clients, Melbourne-based Call Active has secured 3 floors of this building in central Wellington to open up what will become a 1,000-seat call centre.
A really good atmosphere. Love it. Engaging, everyone working together, and away we go.
The company tax rates are a little bit lower, salaries are a little bit lower, superannuation's only 3% here in New Zealand, utility costs are a little bit cheaper.
All of the research that we've had commissioned says that 20,000 service sector jobs in Australia are offshored every single year.
Contact Centres Australia opened their first New Zealand call centre earlier this year, and in April Unity 4 announced plans to transfer jobs to Auckland.
The effect of offshoring is not just in, say, call centre jobs, but in high-tech jobs, IT jobs, because right across the board our market works very well here. It's pretty competitive, and there's the lifestyle. People like to live in a place that's just a bit easier to live in.
Just last month, ANZ Bank announced plans for 70 jobs to be transferred across the Tasman, raising the ire of the unions.
Our industry in Australia is more profitable now than it was at the start of the global financial crisis. We are making billion-dollar profits every year. We can afford and should be investing and growing jobs in Australia, not punting them overseas so they can make an extra dollar in profit.
Fairfax Media began offshoring last year with 40 production jobs. Earlier this year, it announced another batch of editorial staff, as well as most of its call centre work would shift to New Zealand.
As opposed to what you can experience from, say, the Philippines as the example, or India, we really notice that Australians warm to the New Zealand accent because culturally we're very similar.
We may be culturally similar, but increasingly Australian jobs are an ocean away.